Finding a doctor can be difficult, but if you know what questions to ask, you'll be amazed at how easy it is to find the perfect professional to help you. With a few simple tips, you'll be ready to make the decision in no time. We caught up with a local medical expert to get some insight on finding the perfect physician for your needs.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bill Cimikoski, and as a medical doctor, I'm often asked how to treat arthritis and other common joint problems, including tendinitis, sprains, strains, herniated discs. Virtually any joint in the body can be affected by arthritis and these types of inflammatory conditions, and they can cause serious pain and disability in many people. The difficulty is in knowing what treatment options are available and what actually will work. There are some traditional methods that might work, but there are also some new cutting-edge techniques that are exciting and fulfilling. The challenge is sorting through all the different options and understanding what gives you the best chance of an excellent recovery. The good news is that it doesn't have to be so difficult if you know a few simple concepts and know what to look for. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and how I became interested in sports medicine. I originally trained in emergency medicine, and then I did a fellowship in toxicology. A lot of people ask me how I then became interested in treating joints and became a specialist in non-surgical joint regeneration. Well, it's kind of a personal story. When I was a teenager, I suffered many knee dislocations playing contact sports, and subsequently I was left with weak ligaments and more prone to repeated dislocations and other injuries. This led to wear and tear on my knees and really horrible arthritis. And by the time I was 17, I'd had 4 surgeries on my knees. And on my left knee, the worst of the two, I had major reconstructive surgery at the age of 17. At that time, when my doctor repaired my knee, he told me, you essentially have to quit all contact sports. And that's actually what I had to do. I knew that even though he did a great job repairing my knee, that it was just going to pop out of joint again if I went back and played contact sports. So I turned my attention towards other sports that I really loved, and my favorite sport at the time was skiing. Actually, it probably still is my favorite sport. And so I became a ski bum. And immediately, once I grew up on the East, but once I learned Colorado skiing and how much fun it was, I just was skiing moguls all day long and jumping off cliffs and just abusing my knees like you have no idea. And I knew at some point this would catch up with me, and I knew that I was causing wear and tear in my knees, and that at some point, hopefully later than earlier, when I reached my mid-30s, 40s, or beyond, I knew that the arthritis in my knees would be bad, and that it would probably cause me pain and make it so I couldn't do a lot of things I wanted to do. But I also hoped that by that time medical science would finally catch up and learn how to regrow cartilage and regenerate knees. Well, thankfully, in the last several years, we have learned how to do that. It all started with stem cell research, and when Christopher Reeve, Superman, broke his neck, a lot of people started paying more attention to what stem cells could do in the body. And what we learned was that we could inject stem cells and platelet-rich plasma, which also known as PRP, into damaged joints, including knees, shoulders, backs, necks, just about any musculoskeletal area that was dealing with chronic pain, and we could regenerate the damaged tissue. And when I say regenerate damaged tissue, that includes cartilage, it includes tendons and ligaments that maybe have micro tears, known as sprains or strains, and also get rid of the inflammation associated with tendinitis. I'm going to share with you how the PRP and stem cells work, but first let me back up a little bit and share with you how the traditional methods work. Some of the traditional treatment methods that a lot of people know about are things like nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or commonly known as NSAIDs. These are drugs such as ibuprofen or naproxen. Trade names are Advil and naproxen. Steroid injections also can be employed where their solution is injected directly into a joint space. And the way these work is that they cut down on the inflammation causing the pain. They don't do anything directly to help promote healing or repair any damaged tissue, but it can turn off the pain signals that are firing from the inflammatory response that's occurring. These types of treatments were never intended to be long-term treatments. They come with a lot of adverse effects if you use them long-term. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs can cause ulcers and kidney damage, for example. And painkillers can also be used, opiate medications. But they come with a lot of long-term problems as well. And they were never intended to be a solution to be used for long periods of time. So the reason we use these drugs at all is so that the person can have their pain managed while they're trying to repair the damaged tissue properly. The way that the body heals itself, as far as musculoskeletal injuries are concerned, or chronic arthritis, is by sending in stem cells and platelets to repair the damaged tissue. Platelets are like the soldier cells in the body that have all the growth factors and healing factors, and they provide the type of enhancements to the stem cells, which are like joker cards in a deck of cards. They can become anything that they need to be, just like a joker can be substituted for any other card in the deck. A stem cell can become any cell in the entire body that it needs to be. So if you cut your skin, stem cells are what goes to that area to regrow new skin. Similarly, in the joints, if you've got worn down cartilage or you've got sprains or strains, which are really micro tears, the stem cells go to the damaged area and become new cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. So the problem is why it is that the body is not healing itself and people are dealt with chronic conditions such as knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. It's because the body isn't sending enough of these platelets and stem cells to do the job. They're just not adequately sending sufficient numbers of them or quality stem cells to repair the damaged tissue adequately so that you're pain-free and or your ligaments are stronger and your tendons are stronger and that you can resume your normal activities. Surgery isn't always the best option either. There are many reasons why you'd want to stave off surgery and use it as a last resort. There are high complication rates, prolonged recovery times, success is variable depending on the joint we're talking about. And even people that have been told they need total knee replacements or hip replacements, those come with a lot of problems also. Even if the pain is improved, you might still be left with serious limitations on what you can actually do after you've had a hip or knee replacement. That's not to say surgery isn't necessary for some people, but surgery often can be held off for long periods of time or indefinitely. And I can't tell you how many times people have been told that they have bone-on-bone arthritis, which is really just another way of saying you have severe arthritis and you need a knee replacement. Many of these people have been able to avoid knee replacements altogether and have excellent recovery with no pain or very little pain and a lot of improved functionality. And they're able to get back to doing the things they really want to do. Let me tell you how this works. When your body is suffering from chronic pain, this is occurring because your body wasn't able to send enough of the healing factors in the bloodstream to repair the insult. This includes pain that is coming from arthritis, which is a wearing down of the cartilage, or from inflammation or tears in the tendons or ligaments. Also, if you have weak ligaments, the body hasn't been able to strengthen them adequately, which leads to repeated injuries and worsening of the wear and tear on the cartilage. Several years ago, we learned that by injecting certain solutions into and around these damaged tissues, we could cause a further micro-insult to these areas and incite more of a controlled inflammatory response. The body in turn would send out more of the healing factors, including platelets and stem cells, to try to accomplish the task of properly healing the damaged tissue. We also learned that we could deliver many more platelets if we performed a simple blood draw on a patient and then extracted out the platelet-rich portion from the blood, and then re-inject this directly into and around the damaged areas. This would allow us to send in thousands of times more platelets than what the body can generate and supply to these areas on its own. The platelets are the cells that have all the growth and healing factors that the body uses to help augment the repair. Secondly, we can directly send in stem cells to these damaged tissues, which I explained turn into new cells that are needed for the repair. The success rates are amazing, and people can get out and do things that they used to love doing. People can get out and start skiing again when they haven't skied in years, play tennis, and even simple things like taking a walk in the park or going hiking or playing with the grandchildren. Finally, they don't have to just live with the pain and bear the pain. They can have improved functionality and either live pain-free or with much reduced pain than what they were dealing with before.
I injured my shoulder playing ball about 12, 13 years ago and was able to manage it with cortisone injections or oral medications and massages, and I just was looking for something that would give me a better alternative that wasn't surgery, since I didn't really need that. I noticed a difference right away where in the morning when I was waking up before, my hands would be numb and it would be tingling, and immediately that went away, and within a couple weeks I had full range of it. Right now it's feeling stronger than before, and it's not popping like it was as much before, and it feels really good.
I currently do these types of joint regeneration treatments at Utah Stem Cells Joint Treatment and Wellness Center. I'm located in Sandy, Utah, and partnered with Intermountain Health and Wellness. We have multiple specialists that can all provide comprehensive services and augment your speedy recovery. The good news is that the procedure only takes about 45 minutes in the office, and there's little to no downtime. You'll actually be able to walk out of the office and go on with your regular activities, although you will want to take it easy for a couple days. You will be a little sore for the first 2 days, and pain medications are provided. And then over the next 3 to 5 days, you'll return back to your regular baseline. Most of the time, people are pretty much back to where they were by day 3. And then over the next several weeks, that's when all the healing takes place. The body needs a little time to repair, and over the next few weeks, your body will regenerate and heal, and you'll feel better than you ever had before. Utah Stem Cells is the premier stem cell center for medical therapeutics in Utah, and you can schedule your free consultation by giving us a call today. I would love to provide you with more information, and you can also visit my website at utahstemcells.com to learn more about how these procedures can help you. I'm eager for the opportunity to show you how I might be able to help you and give you back the quality of life you always hoped for. Finally, there is an excellent and viable solution to joint pain available right here in Utah. Please give us a call today.
Wow, that's some pretty helpful information. Now you're all set to move forward and find just the right medical professional with confidence. Ready to learn more? You can reach today's expert by calling the number on your screen. See you next time.